This is an FYSETC E4 board designed for 3D printers, CNC routers, etc. I purchased this guy for $32 shipped, and I'm going to be using it with the OnStep firmware to control a telescope. Now, for your 32 bucks, they give you a USB-A to B cable. They also give you some heat sinks for the built-in stepper drivers and various control circuitry, so you have to install your own heat sinks, and you get the board itself. So this board can control up to 4 stepper motors. I'm only going to be using 2 initially. Has the stepper drivers built in, has a little bit of Wi-Fi built in, programming, all the stuff you would need to control a telescope, basically. But we do need to install the firmware onto it. So there is 0 documentation in the box. You basically just get the hardware, and it's up to you to know what to do with it. So it has an ESP32 chip here with the Wi-Fi antenna hanging off the side. It has 4 of these TMC2209 stepper drivers, and the small heat sinks you're going to be putting on top of those stepper drivers there. So basically it has controllers for 4 stepper motors, and they have some limit switch connectors, some places for like if you had a heated hot end or a bed heater, and then you have your power coming in. They even have some fuses on this guy. So it's designed for 3D printers or CNC routers, but you can use it very easily to control a telescope as well. Of course, if you go to the URL listed down here, it gives a not found error, but if you search for E4 on their wiki, you can find it. So this board comes with a firmware that's basically a fork of Marlin 3D printer firmware. So I will put a link in the description to all of these URLs, but this is the wiki page for putting OnStepX on this particular board. And if you are running Windows with Chrome, there's a web-based installer that will attach to your USB serial port, and you basically just pick the board and the version number you want, and it will install it for you, so you don't even have to set up a build environment. I'm probably going to be setting up the build environment just in case I need to tweak anything, but if you can make this work, that's the way to go. So before we plug this guy in, we're going to install the heat sinks. We really don't need the heat sinks until we start actually using it to drive stepper motors and doing lots of processing, but we're going to do it. So isopropyl alcohol to clean the tops of these guys. You'd expect them to be pretty clean from the factory, but it never hurts to make sure of this. And this is the ESP, has the Wi-Fi and the brains of the unit. And so essentially we are cleaning off the top of the 4 stepper drivers, and that's where you expect a lot of the heat to come from. And then also the smarts and the Wi-Fi unit. So then we just peel these little adhesive pads off the thermal stickers. You'll notice these heat sinks are larger than the chips. So just kind of center them on. So basically these 3 will go there, and then this guy we want to have somewhat nicely set up on the metal enclosure there. Of course, that heatsink is a little bit smaller, but it's a metal enclosure, so it'll work out. Okay, and there we have all 5 heatsinks installed. Now these little jumpers can be used to reconfigure various things on the board. So following the directions on the OnStep Wiki, we take out all those little blue jumpers. We don't need them. We do, however, need to connect 2 of these pins together so that the ESP module can reprogram the stepper motor drivers. But basically you're going to need a female to female jumper wire, or you could just solder a wire between the 2 if this is going to be a permanent installation. So you could just connect these 2 pins with a jumper wire, but then it'd be kind of sticking up and out, and it might get pulled off, and you know, it also costs money. You have to go buy one. I just soldered a wire between the 2 of them. If I don't want it later, I can unsolder it. Now, unlike some Arduinos, you can't just power this guy with USB while updating the firmware. It does require you to put in power here. So anywhere between 12 and 24 volts. And if you look on the bottom here, you can see that there's ground on that side and 24 volts on this side. So basically the positive side is to the rightmost side of the board here by these fuses, and then ground is the next one over. So I'm going to be using this 14 volt adapter. It provides 4 amps. That might be enough for me to actually run my telescope with the stepper motors and everything. I might have to move up to a 24 volt drive to give enough torque on the steppers. But for now, it's definitely enough to program. I have the positive on the right hand side and then the negative or ground to the next one over. When you supply power to the board, this light here turns yellow. So I have the Windows Device Manager up here. When I plug this in, supposedly we should see a new COM port up here. So there it's reloading. And we have COM ports and LPT. So we have a new COM port, COM5. This is the expected CH340 USB serial chip. Alright, so I've moved to a Windows machine. I have Chrome up and I'm using the web-based installer. So we're going to the E4 board here and I'm going to pick the latest version 10.24.c and I'm going to push the connect button. It'll ask me to select my COM port. There's USB serial port COM5 as expected. Hit connect and let's see if it'll work. So, device dashboard, we can install, log, and console. So we're going to install. All existing data will be erased, so the Merlin firmware will go away. And let's see if it'll work. It looks like it's working. It says it's erasing. There's no status LEDs flashing or anything like that. Now it says installing. We have a percentage count up. It says it'll take 2 minutes. Okay, it says installation is complete. So if you've done everything correctly, you'll get an OnStepX Wi-Fi network that the ESP is exporting. You join that guy, and we can configure everything else via the web browser.